Yeah, I'm rolling.
Welcome back to In the Trenches with Martin Gramatica, and we talked about life after football. Um, I know we've worked together on the radio. You do some stuff on the bone with Mike Calta, brother, like he's my brother as well. I owe a lot to Mike Calta. And like I said, if he needs anything from me, he can holler at me, and I got his back.
Same here. He's
I know you
awesome.
think
He's
the
awesome.
same way.
Yeah.
So, we talked about life after football and trying to, fill in the voids of all that energy that we lost. You have to make money too, okay? So I was very blessed to fall into sports radio. So I had a sports radio show for 20 something years and made a pretty good living. I know you've been hustling. I hope it's okay. Can I bring up the past company that you work with?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, Lifeguard Imaging, okay. I and Martin exposed me to it. I went to Lifeguard Imaging, did it. I was like literally felt good that I did it because my score was low. If your score is high, you should feel good you did it as well. Martin, to me, was the face of that company for a while. Like the other guys were kind of in the background. I know now you're not with that company anymore. Would you like to say what happened if you want? You can say as little or as much as you want.
Yeah, no, it just didn't work out. Basically, I'll put it that way. I want to partner up with people that love our community and have the same values that I do.
I love it.
And that's what I have now with my new partners.
Good.
And the name of the new company is going to be Clearview Imaging.
Clearview?
Clearview
Imaging. Okay,
yes,
excellent.
And we're going to open one in Tampa. We're working on leases and getting buildings, but we hope to have it pretty soon. I love it. Preventative imaging, and I wanted to stay in it. When I left there, I didn't know if I was going to do it again. And then when I came across these partners now that are friends as well, then I said, let's do it because I want to be able to keep saving people. These scans save people's lives.
Yeah, they do. And
I've had numerous friends' life that have been saved by the scan. So now being able to bring Clearview to Tampa, I'm super blessed. And we're going to open more. So the plan is to open a few more, and we're working on other locations as well.
Is it a new thing? Like I don't remember ever hearing about this. How new is this?
It's been around because it's not covered by insurance, it's not very popular. And most people don't realize that they can take their health into their own hands.
Sure.
Until we educate them, they think they only go to the doctors when they're sick. Here, when the patients come into our office, we're going to look inside their bodies before that first symptom, heart disease, cancer. So that's where we're detecting things so early that patients can survive it with much higher percentage.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I went and did it way back when, and I did commercials for quite a while, and it gives you peace of mind, and it really does. Yeah. Like as individuals walking around this planet, like there's people that look and sound and feel like I do and have strokes and heart attacks the next day. Oh, yeah. There's people that go to the doctor and leave and have heart attacks, okay? Because the doctor can look at you from the outer crust, but he can't look inside. And just like you can still die tomorrow. But I think just the peace of mind to say, okay, I don't have anything jacked up now.
Right.
But then, like the numbers, you want to be below 10, I believe. I think my number was 8, and I was still tripping on that number. I was like, how come it wasn't 0?
Right.
And then I heard Mike's number. Mike's number was a little bit higher.
2,700, yeah. And we can talk about it because he talks about it all the time.
That's exactly right, yeah.
But yeah, that's just the heart. I have a friend of mine that had her blood work done, and they told her, you have the kidneys of a 17-year-old. Scanned. She had a tumor the size of a softball.
Really?
And luckily for her, because she had to have the surgery where they took the kidney out, she didn't need any chemo radiation. If she would have scanned a month after that scan, she would have needed chemo radiation.
Oh, Jesus.
6 months, it would have metastasized.
And she might be gone.
Right, more than likely, yes. And she didn't need any chemo radiation because the disease is horrible.
Sure.
The treatment is equally as bad at times with the chemos and the radiations that you're putting in your body. So
I don't know about that anymore, dude. Like I don't want to get ttoo deep into that, but doctors are a funny thing to me.
Well, that's why we want to prevent them.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because doctors, they're out there to make money. You know what I'm saying? And I think what you're doing is more preventative. You see what I'm saying? It's not just, hey, you got this and here's these pills. Like I'm not about that anymore.
No. What we're seeing is if we see something cancerous,
correct,
they can have the surgery, have it removed before it starts to spread and before it's too late. Then you don't need the chemo and the radiation.
Knowing is the best thing. If you have something, you don't want to not know about it. So it doesn't matter if you do radiation or chemotherapy or not, but knowing is the best thing in the world.
Well, you know what? You're going to know.
Yeah, you're going to know. Eventually, right? But you don't want to find out when it's too late.
Correct. So you're going to know today and treat it,
or
you're going to know when it's too late. Because that first symptom of heart disease and the first symptom of heart disease is usually a heart attack.
Sure.
With cancer, it's late stage. So that's why you want to know early.
So I know you dabbled a little bit in coaching. When you're part of a soccer league?
So so I coach my kids. I've always coached my kids in soccer. I coach my daughter now.
How hard is that for you? Is it tough?
I love it, man.
I loved it too, and I didn't think it was tough. I really did.
No,
I've had some people come up to me while I was coaching, and I had somebody pull me over the side. They go, "You do a great job with your son to not be too much, because I know you know what I'm talking about." Okay.
Oh, no.
There's pressure by that name on the back. Okay, so you have to make sure not to put more pressure, because it's pressure is built in.
Right. So the way I did it is, for me, it's like from the white line over, I'm your coach. Yeah. And you better work harder than everybody else, because everybody's going to say he plays because his dad's a coach. Right. So you better not give them a reason to say that.
Correct, yeah.
Because
that's true.
He'll be the first one I bench.
That's true.
And when Nico started kicking, he couldn't come to practice all the time with soccer. So I never started him. You're going to come in 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in, because that's what I was doing, kids that don't come to practice.
But he was still one of the better players.
Right, and I knew that, but he should have started every game.
Absolutely.
But it also kind of helped the team, because now when you come in fresh, you can see the weaknesses, so it helped him even be better.
Sure.
But it wasn't a punishment, it's just the rules. You don't come to practice, and he couldn't, but he wasn't at home playing video games.
Yeah, exactly.
He was at football practice. But that's just, I just never wanted to give, because the parents ruin it for everybody.
Yes, they do.
So I didn't want to give any of those parents the right to say a word. Look, my kid's sitting on the bench, and a lot of times you can start him, play him 5 minutes, they're a kid, and they're happy they started, even though they only played 10% of the game. But my kid started.
Absolutely.
You know, so that you can play games with the parents too sometimes.
So with your new company that you have, that I'm excited about. I love to be involved with it.
For sure.
Be one of the first scans. What is the launch date? Do you have a launch date yet?
No, because we're looking for properties, but we're thinking 5 to 6 months.
Okay.
Before we.
That's a pretty quick turnaround.
Oh no, we have everything in place as far as equipment order. So it's just finding the spot, doing the remodel, and we have GCs on standby once we find that spot. So that's the plan.
They still have those big old MRI machines, same old MRI machines?
We're going to do an open CT scanner. So so it's going to be open, so that way it's not claustrophobic.
Oh, I love
but
that.
there are regulations as far as the room, and so the construction takes a little time to get it on, and the electrical. But once we're in, I mean, we're set.
Understandable. Now, since we have you here, we might as well talk a little bit about our Buccaneers this year. I know you're doing radio, Spanish radio.
Yes.
I was doing some talking with your boy Neil. So what do you think about this year? How do you think, did they overachieve or underachieve to you?
No, I feel bad the way we lost the game with a ball hitting an upright that never goes in. 99% of the time.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like what happened?
Yeah.
Was there Vaseline in the pool?
Yeah, right.
I love Baker from day one. I loved him out of college.
See, I didn't love him before he got here.
Really?
I think he matured when he got here.
Oh, for sure.
I really think he did.
No, he was borderline on the arrogant side coming out of college. But you need to have that chip on your shoulder. We talked about it. You said the chip, but you have to show people, hey, listen.
But the chip has to come with maturity.
Right.
I'm not sure how mature he was coming out of college.
Probably not. He did a lot of commercials.
That's exactly right.
A lot of people were complaining about that. But when you got to Tampa, but he carries this team on his shoulder. When he lowers his shoulder and runs people over,
it's Big Ten.
Not only does he motivate the whole stadium, his teammates like, man, this guy.
The linemen. That motivates everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Before Baker got here, everybody's like, well, you didn't like Baker. I go, I didn't have a reason to like Baker before he got here. And listen, I didn't like Tom Brady before he got here.
Right.
I hate him because for whatever reason, it's hate. But I listen to the locker room, okay? So I listen to Tristan Wirfs. Tristan Wirfs says, Baker was like, hey, I'm Baker Mayfield. Want to go get a beer? I'm in. Like he's a real dude. You know what I mean? Tom Brady's not that guy. But I never heard anybody say anything negative about Tom Brady as a teammate.
Right.
Because there's some great football players that aren't great. I think Aaron Rodgers is not a great teammate. I think he's a good thrower of the ball. You've never heard anybody say Aaron Rodgers is a great teammate. And I think we're blessed to have had some really good leaders along the way. And there's some hiccups along the way. Josh Freeman wasn't exactly a leader, and Jameis Winston was an anomaly. and some. But I think we're blessed right now to have Baker Mayfield. I think I hope we're going to be good going forward. That whole Liam Cohen thing got a little funky. I don't blame him for leaving because you got to go take care of what you got to do. But with Baker, I think with Baker, we have a shot.
Baker, Bucky now. I mean, running game. Rashad, he's solid. So
our offensive line. Yeah.
So I'm really excited about next season. The thing is, who's going to be that coordinator? Is Baker going to feel comfortable? They're going to bring somebody in where he feels comfortable because he's the man now. So I'm excited. The receivers. I mean, Mike Evans breaking that record again. I mean, he's just,
I don't know if I can't say anything negative about Mike Evans. Last 3 years, I'm like, Mike's not going to get 1,000 yards. Last 3 years, and I'm wrong every time. So he's going to get 1,000 yards next 10 years.
For sure.
Absolutely. He just doesn't. He doesn't age.
He's so nice.
Yeah, he's a nice
He's
person.
not your typical receiver.
Nah.
He's the nicest guy, and then comes out and balls out every day.
Every single year. And plays hurt and plays banged up and takes licks. And let's go back to Liam Cohen. I think Liam Cohen got a lot of credit for what Baker Mayfield did. I didn't see any, like, he wasn't a bad play caller, but I didn't see all this innovative play calling. I just think Baker Mayfield was just playing his ass off.
He played amazing.
Off.
Well, we'll find out next year.
Exactly.
You know, and then we'll see how he does with the Jags. Good luck.
Exactly. But listen, I don't blame him for leaving. Would the Buccaneers be better if Liam Cohen stayed? 100%. Right. But I'm just not that person, a bellyache about somebody going and, reaching for their dreams. And that's probably been a dream of his since day one. So I am mad at him.
You had to take it. Look at Brian Leftwich.
Perfect example.
Now
he's out of football.
And he had a chance to be a head coach.
Once you're a head coach, you can be a football the rest of your life. Because you say, this is my offensive coordinator. I used to be a head coach, and that's always a beautiful thing. Anyways, Martin, it's been wonderful, dog.
Appreciate it,
I get a chance to run into you quite often. You've always been a gentleman. I think your family's real cool.
Thank you.
Your brother's doing well?
Everybody's good, yeah. Good. Yeah. Well, we had to grill out. I didn't forget. So
I want the Argentine barbecue.
We got to put pressure on Mike. We got to get the whole crew.
Then I heard you guys talking about poker. We have a poker night. We need to have a poker night right here at Dignitary.
Friendly.
Whatever, dude. I'm smashing cats in poker. I'm not playing like that.
No. I'm saying the Annies. Friendly
Annies.
Oh,
no, friendly Annie, yeah.
Friendly Annies.
I'm trying to take all your money.
What's your definition of friendly?
I'm a kicker. I play. I didn't play.
Hey, listen, I made $90,000 my first year. I don't want to hear about you being a kicker or anything like that. So, Martin, it's been great. You were the first official, where are they now? Buccaneer. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you did for the Buccaneers. And I know there's a lot of fans out there that appreciate what you've done throughout the years. And get the man in the Ring of Honor. Get the man in the Ring of Honor. Appreciate everybody listening in the trenches. And everybody have a wonderful day. And be safe. Peace out. That's it. Take your shot.